This week on GolfDestination.tv, presented by Gosling's Rums of Bermuda, we again explore Prince Edward Island, and more specifically the region of Cavendish, which is located on the northern portion of the island. We visit 4 courses: Green Gables, Glasgow Hills, Anderson's Creek, and the Eagles Glen. These 4 impressive golf courses on Prince Edward Island are a testament as to why PEI is Canada's #1 golf destination. Stay tuned, GolfDestination.tv, presented by Gosling's Rums of Bermuda, is next. Welcome to GolfDestination.tv. I'm Grace Tislinski. We're here again on the beautiful Prince Edward Island, and today we visit the North Shore called Cavendish. Cavendish is a fantastic area that attracts visitors from around the globe. It is the magical setting of Lucy Maud Montgomery's Anne of Green Gables, with her house sitting just off the par 4 11th at the Green Gables golf course. Cavendish is also the home of the famous beaches and the quaint seaside fishing village of Rustico. But our focus is golf, and the 4 courses located there offer not only a great experience but also proximity. So, playing 36 or even 54 holes in a day is not out of the question. Mark McLean of Golf PEI joins us to detail the entire Prince Edward Island experience.
Back in 1989, 6 golf course operators at PEI recognized the importance of promoting golf in Prince Edward Island, so they formed an association called Golf PEI. Since that time, it's grown to 18 golf courses. We have a reservation center, and we provide a lot of other benefits to our members. We've made it so easy for the golfer. Basically, we have a website and a toll-free number. We have 18 golf courses, more than 35 accommodation partners, so one call can do it all. It takes the stress and the frustration out of booking a golf vacation. We are a nonprofit, so we do this as a service for our courses and for our industry. The Cavendish area is very popular as a golf destination. Proximity to the beaches obviously is really important in Cavendish. And we have 4 major golf courses there: Green Gables, Anderson's Creek, Eagles Glen, and Glasgow Hills, which are beautiful golf courses. We have world-class courses. We've had as many as 10 courses in the top 100 in Canada at one time. All the golf courses are so close together, so we always say that you'll spend time driving the ball and not driving your car. We're a great family destination as well. You can play golf in the morning, go to the beach in the afternoon, see Anne of Green Gables play at night, which has been running for 47 years. We have fantastic attractions for families, and the food is fantastic. We have famous PEI mussels, oysters, lobsters. It's just a fantastic place to visit. The brand is really strong at Golf PEI. We have our own website at golfpei.com, toll-free phone number 1-866-GOLF-PEI. That allows a golfer to reach out to us very easily. On the website, we have all the packages that we regularly sell. You can build your own type of package there that we'll do, and we have very experienced staff that has access to tee sheets, access to accommodations, to make it easy for the golfer. It's easy to get to Prince Edward Island. We have an airport. We have the Confederation Bridge, which was built in 1997, which is more than 8 miles long. It is an attraction in its own, which brings golfers here. We have a direct flight from New York City that runs from July to September, which is a great market for us. And we also have that market from the Boston area and New England that's very, very popular. We draw from all over Canada and the US. We are Canada's #1 golf destination.
Now let's visit the Green Gables, an original Stanley Thompson design with a recent rework by Thomas McBroom. It's no mystery why they say, 2 masterminds, 1 masterpiece.
Well, Green Gables was built in 1939 by legendary golf course designer Stanley Thompson. It's owned by the federal government of Canada, and it's been operated by a private company here in Prince Edward Island for the last 30 years. And over the 30 years, it's gone through quite a few changes and renovations over the years. Tom McBroom came in here in 2008 and did a wonderful job, not only bringing up today's standards, but also respecting all the characteristics that were more or less instilled in this property by Stanley Thompson back in 1939. And more or less what he's done now is he's opened it up a lot more, making it a little bit easier for golfers to get off the tee, find the fairways. The new bunkerings, they're quite large bunkers, but for the most part should give you more room to get out of them. Large greens, good surface to hit, very well for receiving golf balls. They putt very true. The greens are very undulating here. It's a characteristic really of the old Stanley Thompson designs. Green Gables is a very player-friendly golf course. Front nine, it's an easy walk for those who love to get out and walk. You can be challenged from many different levels as far as choice of tee decks that you select when you play here at Green Gables. The back nine obviously will be down right on the water here, right on the North Shore. A big thing for golfers that are coming through here too is everything that is going on here. You're in a national park. There is miles of walking trails throughout this facility as well. You have the famous Green Gables house here right off of hole 11. And then the dunes of the North Shore as a backdrop on your back nine. Regardless whether you're a beginner golfer going from the intermediate tees or a pro golfer that really likes to be challenged from the back tees, the par threes here can either be as rewarding or as hateful as you want them to be based on where you would like to play them from. And obviously with the wind from the North Shore here, every day, different club in your hand can always pose another little thought process before you take your shot. All four of them can stretch out over 200 yards. Some of the other holes that definitely stand out here on Green Gables are going to be hole 11. And the reason for that is where the famous Green Gables house is. So not only is it a part of this golf course, but it's a very big part of Prince Edward Island tourism as well as our history here. So it's always nice to be able to take that in during your round of golf. And after hole 11, you're moving down onto the water. And the water holes here at Green Gables are absolutely stunning. All the holes are beautiful. You have a little bit of everything from par fours, par fives, right on the water with just a beautiful backdrop behind you. For any golfer coming to Green Gables and looking to play a good round of golf, one thing I would suggest is play within yourself. Do not try and go for those extra yardage or whatever. Club selection is fairly important here. The only real problems that you're going to see here at this golf course would be getting into any of the bunkers. You stay out of the bunkers, you should be able to play a fairly good game of golf here. There's no fescue or long grass. You're not penalized for any poor shots here. You should be always able to find a golf ball and be able to play your shot. And you should be fine here at Green Gables.
When the novel Anne of Green Gables was first published in 1908, most people had yet to discover this beautiful island, that is, Prince Edward Island. Since then, the Anne of Green Gables house has attracted millions of the book's fans, who have become captivated by the same magical setting found in Lucy Maud Montgomery's series. Coming up, we head just down the road and visit Glasgow Hills and Anderson Creek, two dynamic golf courses with fantastic elevation changes and character. When GolfDestination.tv, presented by Gosling's Rums of Bermuda, continues.
Prince Edward Island is Canada's #1 golf destination. It's no mystery why. PEI features some of Canada's finest award-winning golf courses, all within 45 minutes of one another. Plus, a vibrant local culture, world-renowned seafood, and nearly 500 miles of the warmest beaches north of the Carolinas. Golf PEI makes planning your trip easy with their full-service online and direct call center. Golf PEI does the work so you can focus on your game, our way of life.
The veranda here at Glasgow Hills provides a stunning view of the River Clyde as it flows into the Atlantic Ocean.
Glasgow Hills opened in 2001 to rave reviews. It was designed by Les Ferber, a Western Canadian golf course designer. And I guess the reason he was called in is this is PEI's really first true mountain course with its undulation, so Les was the perfect fit to design the course. I guess it's kind of three courses in one in the sense where the first 5 holes are very linksy style, the wind comes into effect there. 6 through 9 is parkland, so you have more of a tree-lined, keep your ball out of the woods type of scenario, and then the back is the mountain course. 10 through 18 It's up and down, it's side hill lies. It really makes you think your way through the property and through the course, and makes it for a nice, enjoyable play. It's not a long course. There's certainly many par 4s that are quite reachable, drivable for some big hitters. It's around the greens where the course really shows its teeth, and that's what people come off talking to us about. The quality of the greens, but certainly how much undulation there is in them.
I love this course just for the scenery, probably number one. There's water scenery and farmland, and it's always green. Springtime is just beautiful. The biggest thing in this course probably is the run of the greens. We've played here for 6 years, and every time we play here we think the ball's going to go one way and it just rolls completely the other way. Fools you once a game, for sure.
Every hole on this course is pretty visually stunning. That's another thing that I really like about it. It really feels like you're playing golf on Prince Edward Island when you're here. It's not a really tough driving course. It's fairly wide. It's full of very difficult second shots, approach shots to the green, and then it's pretty tough around the green. The greens have a lot of slope. They're fair, but they're really tough.
Number 6 is a par 5. It's kind of up in the parkland part of the course. It's a kind of a fun par 5. It's quite reachable in 2, but it makes you think your way. It's just as easy to get a birdie hitting 3 shots to it as it is hitting 2 with all the bunkers around it. 17 is probably our most talked about hole. It starts way up high in the trees. One of the nicer driving holes you'll ever see, particularly here in PEI, way down into the valley, and then you go way back up to a tabletop green. It is a 3-shot hole, but it's just a stunning hole to play. We get our most comments, good and bad, about that hole, but it's a beautiful hole to play. And all our par 3s here are very tricky. 13, it's a 216-yard par 3 down the hill, but it plays that yardage because the wind's generally in the face of the golfer. All those holes kind of stand out for me. When people come off the course, the first thing they get here is complimentary steamed mussels in our restaurant. So generally it's a pretty good way to finish off your round of golf. A lot of them will want to play it again just simply because there's shots out there that you need to see once to, I guess, appreciate, and they want to be able to go out and try it again. We get a lot of that feedback. We'd love to play it again, love to play it again. And we do get a lot of returning visitors because of that.
Anderson's Creek Golf Club is a Graham Cook design that is laid out on hilly terrain, making proper club selection a priority.
Anderson's Creek is going to fall more along the lines of a woodland golf course, obviously with its setting there in Stanley Bridge, but also offers quite a bit of different elevation changes, which for most people walking into the property for the first time, you don't see that for the first 2 holes, but once you hit hole 3, you'll definitely see what I'm talking about. A few of the notable holes are definitely going to be what we kind of call the Devil's Punch Bowl. It's going to be the holes that surround Anderson's Creek, which runs right through the middle of the property. So that'll come into play on holes 3, 4, 5, 13, 14, and 15. They are some of the more challenging holes on the golf course due to the fact that you have to cross the creek. And the creek can either be right off the tee or also right alongside greenside. If you can get through those stretch of golf holes in your day at Anderson's Creek and shoot just a little over par, you should have a very good day. 9's just a gorgeous golf hole, right tee to green. Beautiful tee shot crossing over a large pond, but you have a nice wide fairway to hit. And then your second shot coming into the par 4, fairly straightforward, a little uphill, protected on both sides of the green with bunkering, but just a great hole to try and finish that front 9 and hopefully get that score to where you'd like to be getting ready to go off the back 9. 15 is one of my favorite golf holes, and that comes from any golf course. Due to the fact whether you're a big bomber or you're just an avid golfer that likes to get out and play. The creek, it's about 250 off the tee to cross it, depending on what tee deck you choose to go from. So if you're a big hitter, you just like to rip at it, it's just a perfect setup. And then once you cross the creek, you're greeted by a wall of grass for a second shot that's an uphill green. The last 4 holes at Anderson's Creek all pose just a little something extra, more or less, for you to try and finish that great round of golf. And 18, no different. Uphill par 4, Lots of landing room off the tee, but again, coming in on your second shot, you know, you just want to be on. It's a very deep green, so obviously club selection again and knowing where your pin is very key for scoring well and finishing off a great round of golf before you come on into the clubhouse and to be greeted by all you can eat complimentary mussels following your round of golf. We'll go through about 15,000 pounds of mussels a year at the golf course. And as well, our recipe is sought after by the majority of the golfers that do come through the golf course. It's beer, celery salt, and a little bit of Montreal steak spice. It's something that golfers, again, can take home from their trip to Prince Edward Island. Not just memories, but also a great recipe as well.
Cavendish is also home to the Lotto Max Cavendish Beach Music Festival, featuring the biggest names in country music. Every July, Cavendish plays host to 60,000 country music lovers from across North America. Up next, we visit another fantastic golf course, the Eagles Glen, which prides itself on being a Scottish tradition. We'll have even more from Canada's #1 golf destination, Prince Edward Island, when golfdestination.tv, presented by Gosling's Rums, continues. Golf PEI is an incredible resource when planning your Prince Edward Island golf trip. Their live call center will help you plan your stay and play package while offering great insight on what to do after your round is complete. Visit them at www.golfpei.ca or by phone at 866-GOLF-PEI. The Eagles Glen is impressive from the moment you arrive. When you tee it up to play this Graham Cook design, you begin to realize that you are somewhere special.
The Eagles Glen opened in July of 2002. The designer was Graham Cook, and it's a typical style for Graham to build a course like this. There's lots of mounds. I keep saying from the air it looks like a golf course on the moon. You see a lot of moguls and a lot of traps. The thing about the mounds is though you have to learn how to play uphill lies and downhill lies and side hill lies. The unique thing about this golf course is the front 9 perimeters the whole golf course, and then when you tee off 10 you play in the middle of the golf course, so the back 9 is in the center of the golf course. Our golfers tell us that they played better in the front and better in the back, and someone else played better in the back, better in the front. They're pretty well equal. There's 2 par 3s on the front 9 and 2 par 3s in the back, and the 5s are the same, so it's pretty well equal. Our par 3s are certainly not long. We have a lot of holes in ones here. I think our longest par 3 would be number 7. It's 160 yards. Number 4 on the front 9 is straight downhill. Big elevation change, not very long, but there's a little trap right in front of the green. It catches a lot of balls, and you don't want to be in there because it's really deep. Our greens here are fairly flat. We tell people when they come out to play not to play as much break as they normally would on other golf courses. It looks like there's a lot of break there, but our greens are relatively flat. We have 76 sand traps on the golf course. Some of them are deep, you don't want to be in them, but the sand is really fine here, so that if you know any sand play at all, you'll be able to get out of our traps. If you're hitting the ball good at all, you won't be in the traps. They built the golf course to have it user-friendly for everybody, and if somebody wants to play the longer tees, it is very challenging, but it's not a very hard golf course. And once you play it once, you're going to know how to play it the second time. When you drive into this golf course, we like to greet them. We have friendly staff to welcome them, and we want to make them feel like they want to come back. So we make sure that they have a good time and that they're well treated.
Still ahead, we take a look at some beautiful scenery from Canada's #1 golf destination, Prince Edward Island.
Prince Edward Island, Canada's #1 golf destination. Play some of Canada's finest golf courses, all within 45 minutes of one another. You'll find that just right mix of natural scenery, masterful course design, a vibrant local culture, and abundant off-the-course activities. Golf PEI makes planning your vacation easy with their full-service online and direct call center. Golf PEI does the work so you can focus on your game, our way of life.
Well, we hope you enjoyed our tour of Prince Edward Island. This is just one of 4 shows we have produced featuring Prince Edward Island, and you'll want to see them all. It's a wonderful golf destination that you should treat yourself to at least once. For more information about the show, visit golfdestination.tv for air dates and up-to-the-minute information 24/7. Thanks for joining us. I'm Grace Teslinski.